Bink. We are live at the Spirit Lake Casino and Resort Roughrider Poker Tour. This is event 5 of the Summer Spectacular Poker Series. $315 buy-in. We had how many players? 138? 138 entries for $315. We have $9,273 up top. We are playing the final table. What didn't I say? This is Eric Anderson with the feature table in the broadcast booth with Keith Lauder III with Roughrider Poker Tour.
Happy to be here.
It's been an exciting day of poker.
It has been.
Started at 11 o'clock, 12 hours ago. Silas Sneed flew in from the WSOP early this morning. He jumped in the chat. He was watching the stream, jumped in the chat and said, just landed. How much time do I have to register? Drove over here and late registered, max late register on dinner break. He was the last person to jump in the tournament. Started with 50K. And he ran it up to, I think he has 2 million chips now at the final table. 9 left. Guaranteed $828 for his $315 buy-in with over 9,000 up top. We have other people at the feature table. We have Steve Belland and Joel Clipping and Moon Ahmed. Who am I missing? There's a lot of people on here. I don't know who was on the outside tables.
Tim Urban is there. He's one of the short stacks. Lauren Hagenson, one of the short stacks at the final table. Silas Sneed, $2.5 million, more than 2.5 times the next biggest stack, which is Steve Belland.
Steve Belland has $1 million.
He's got $1 million.
Wow, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be fun to watch. I'm happy to be here. This is going to be fun. Ryan Foltz, Jason says. Yes, thank you. I'm going to go make sure they take a final table photo.
Perfect. So welcome back, guys. We'll be underway in just a few short minutes. Silas Sneed is putting on a show. I can't wait to see what he is going to do at this final table. J.O. is still in. It is a star-studded, action-packed, super fun lineup. I can't wait. Justin Olson, Steve Belland, Silas Sneed, Tim Urban, Joel Clipping, Munir Ahmed. 9 players remaining. We'll get you full details on them in just a few minutes. Just getting a few things situated at the final table. They've got everybody counted up. I think they're taking some pictures, going over some preliminary things. Are they ready to roll, Eric?
They are rolling. We're already
rolling.
playing. So I've got names and chip stacks. Silas Sneed up at the top with 2.7 million. Steve Belland right behind him, 1.1. Moon Ahmed right behind him. He made the trip up from the Minneapolis area, 900K. Justin Olson, 750. Rob Urbach, 525. Joel Clipping, 420. Jeremy Ensrud, 250. Lauren Hagenson, 160,000, and Tim Urban, 150,000. Our blinds are. What are the blinds? 15,000, 30,000?
15 and 30K, 20 and 40K. I see
20, 40.
20K, 40K.
20,000, 40,000. That means Tim's got 3 big blinds. Lauren 4, Jeremy 6, Joel 10, Robert 13. The rest of the guys are out of the danger area.
A lot of studs at this final table.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one to watch. Let's see. Is J.O. still in? My last comment I made to Silas was against Facebook policy, so no one mention what I said or you will be in Facebook timeout. I don't know what that means. Chase Lardy, he was in the field today. He says, let's go Rob and Steve. It's going to be a great, great event. There's so many nice, genuinely nice players at this feature table. I don't know all of them personally, but the 6 I do know personally, great guys. I'd help them move type of guys.
Right.
Guys I want to hang out with. Rob, Steve, Joel, Moon, Silas, all these guys are just good people.
And some really good poker players.
Yeah, great poker players, fabulous poker players. Man, I don't want to wait another 2.5 minutes to see this. Let's
I can't
go.
wait.
I want to go watch it live. No, I don't want to go watch it live because I don't want any spoilers. I want to wait. I want to watch it with you guys so we can cheer along together. Man, I can't wait though. This has been such a great day of poker.
We've got 9 players left, $828 to the next player out. Some nice pay jumps all the way up to $9,273 for your champion. Unfortunately for these guys, none of them have had enough success over the course of this series. So Louis Schaefer, he was your champion of our 4th event, the Saturday Mega Stack. He came back and won that today via modified chop for 12 grand and change. He will be your player of the series regardless of how this final table finishes up. I crunched the numbers and nobody can catch him. So congratulations to Louis Schaefer. You are the Spirit Lake Casino Summer Poker Spectacular Player of the Series. Well deserved after that final table performance and win he had earlier today.
Lewis?
Yes, he is Player of the Series. I'm letting these guys
Safari
know.
Lewis?
The Safari Hunter, yes, Lewis.
Chris Barrows. Hey, fellas, let's go Steve and Justin. Jared says, sup, Brian? Benjwen or Torgerson, not Jensen.
Yeah, Miles Torgerson was on earlier. They had him as Torgensen. He's Torgerson.
Oh, I see.
The spelling was just wrong.
That's just a typo. Sorry, man.
It happens.
I mean, I've made mistakes before. I would take Gail, TikTok, let's go. I know, right? They've been playing for 10 minutes, and we haven't even seen it yet.
I know.
This is ridiculous. Fun fact, we come out of the commentator's booth, and there's, you know those little drink holders from McDonald's? There's 2 of those with 8 beers sitting there. 8 draft beers. I said, this has got to be for the commentators, right?
Right.
So I grabbed one, obviously. And, Silas just said, yeah, go get a couple of rounds of beers for whoever wants them. So thank you, Silas.
What an animal.
He's the best. All right, we're done.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Just how we drew
still
it
got to
up.
keep waiting. They're all sitting down now. I thought we were going to be in the middle of a hand when we came back. Austin is watching. Hey, Belzer.
Jared Belzer in the chat from Minot. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh, Ryan's talking to Jared. I thought
Yeah.
he was going, hey, Belzer, about somebody on the feature table. All right, they're all sitting down now. Here we go. So Joel Clipping, if you watch the end of the last stream, I'm going to quickly click connect so I don't have to wait 10 minutes. If you watch the last stream, he got down to 100K.
Yep, he shoved with no calls twice in a row to get to 200K, 300K.
Shoved, got to 300, got moved to balanced tables, got 2 more 100. He's coming back with 500K.
And he's got a fighting chance.
Yeah, oh, for sure. He's one of the best in the business.
Yeah.
Mike Columbus says, go Joel. It's a running joke that Joel runs badly in Roughrider RPT tournaments. He does really good in 7-1 tournaments. He crushes all of the northern Minnesota tournaments that he plays, but he just runs bad on the west side of North Dakota where RPTs are at. But he got aces against Kings for a full double through Steve Belland.
He did hold up.
He lost every flip.
And our screen's not popping back
But
up
he
here
was,
after the...
oh, no, I didn't even notice that. I was too busy talking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Connect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do it one more time. Third time's a charm. 5, 4. Don't make me start over. All right, and just as I'm about to shut it off. All right, this is taking too long. I'm going to shut it off, jump on here, grab it again, type in my password, pop that over there. We're going to type in the password quickly. We're going to grab the speaker. We're going to pop this back up. And just like that, we're in the middle of a hand just like we wanted.
Thanks for sticking in there, guys. We're live. Silas Sneed trying to go wire to wire once again.
That was a close one.
Will it be deja vu from last April at the gut shot? He came in as the chip leader, and there were no slip-ups.
So Justin's in middle position with King 10. He makes it 90,000. Tim folds. Robert folds. It's over to Steve with a Queen 10 on the button. He folds. Joel's not going to call with a 9-7, and Jeremy's not going to call with a 5 deuce. Justin's going to pick up the first plot. He draws first blood.
Yeah. So we'll see how these big stacks approach this final table as we start. There are a few stacks waiting to drop. I'm sure they'll stay clear of each other until they get a couple knockouts, but we'll see.
All right. First
these are some good aggressive players.
Let's look at the chip count. Silas up top, 2.5. Steve, 1.1. Moon, 900, like we were talking about. Down at the bottom with 4, 6, and 7 blinds. Lauren, Jeremy, and Tim in order. Let's see what they're playing for. We got 9,273 up top, 828 guaranteed in the bank, and that's what we're going for. There's Moon right there in the 9 seat with ace tray suited under the gun, 900K. He's just going to let it go. It's too early at this final table to start goofing around with a raggedy ace. Justin's going to fold. Tim with a king queen suited, middle position.
He's got the king jack of clubs. He's going to raise it up.
75K. It's got to go 80.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say.
Min bet is 80, Tim. All right, look at that. I need to put my glasses on in the background. I'm snapping pictures of everybody for the profile pictures. All right. So, well, they didn't fix it. Tim raised to 80, and Silas called it. They're going to let it slide. Silas in the big blind with Jack 8. Tim's.
We'll see if he's going to make a play right off the bat against
Silas needs
Tim.
Exactly the 8 of spades to win this hand.
He can also win with the big heart of a lion if he's going to put in the bluff. But Tim's committed a lot of chips.
Yeah, I was going to say Tim's got 150K left. It's all going in right now.
Yeah, Silas going to put him in, and he's left. He does have a flush draw with the king jack. And he's on the short stack.
This is a full double for Tim because he's not full. Wow! Wow, Silas!
Silas going to push him off the hand with the jack
Way to win
high.
with 2%.
What an absolute beast. Silas Sneed. Tim left with 3 big blinds and change.
I'm losing that hand 100% of the time.
Wow.
Silas just steals it from him.
Yeah, Tim was short enough in the hand where he definitely could have just justified getting it in on the flop.
He
flopped a flush draw.
Left.
Yeah, he was short.
With the king high flush draw.
And now he's all in with the ace queen of hearts.
I think it's going to hold. Oh, no,
SAC
it's not.
pocket
Jeremy
sevens
has
for
got
Jeremy,
sevens
who's also on the
button.
short stack.
So Joel's going to let go of the 7-5.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy's going to fold his sevens. Are we laddering? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Silas Sneed in the small blind. Moon in the big blind.
Almost gets enough odds. Just a little less.
Yeah, that was
Maybe Moon
a good
calls,
fold. I mean, he's a 60-40 dog with 2 live cards, but this isn't the time where we want to start doubling people up.
Yeah.
Let's keep the short stacks short. Moon had the chips to do it, but we don't want to give him an extra 4 big blinds. Let's just keep the short stacks short right now. Good fold, Moon. It was close. You could see he wanted to do it, but that's the right fold. Austin is watching too, Jared says. Who's Austin?
Oh, one of their buddies from
Okay.
Minot, I think.
All right. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
All right. Tim Urban under the gun with 9-5. He's going to let it go. And Robert Urbash, the GTO master with ace, queen. He looks up at the clock. He says, what are the blinds now? 40K? Okay, well, I guess I have to math this out and make it, let's go to 110. It's going to fold around. Joel doesn't want to play. Jeremy doesn't want to play. Silas with a king 3. I don't even want to pretend what Silas is going to do. What kind of silly goose would I be to predict what Silas is going to do?
So Rob is going to pick up 100K there. That's the blinds and antes per orbit everybody's got to pay.
I'm still baffled over that shove and the king high fold.
Yeah. Silas is just a force to be reckoned with and just striking fear.
That's a storm.
Into Tim.
2.7 million. Just
Tim knew he was
fire.
drawing and just decided he didn't want to commit the rest of his chips.
Yeah, he's like, man.
Thinking he needed to hit to win,
He's like, I'm behind. I need a club. There's only 10 of them left in the deck. I don't want to play this game. I'm all in on the flop.
Right. That was probably the best play for his stack size.
All right.
But such is life. He's still alive, and he's got a pair of sevens, which is the best hand
I
pre-flop.
like it. I'm kind of. I feel bad for Tim now. I want him to double up here quickly, just to make up for Silas just robbing him. Silas with a tray.
Silas
5
reaching
suited in the cutoff.
Reaching into the arsenal of chips with the 5 tray of spades. We'll see if Tim makes a stand in the big blind when it comes around.
You have to. He's got 4 big blinds.
Yeah, and Silas
He's
will
in
be
for
forced
one
to
of
call
them.
after making it 100K.
He's got 5 big blinds. He's in for one of
There
them.
he goes.
You got to put it all in with 2 sevens. Silas is, probably going to call
Silas
100.
shakes his head.
He's like, well, okay, I
He
guess
calls.
I call. I have 5 high.
So can Tim find the double up now? He's in a great spot.
He's got an 80-20 right now, way ahead.
But Silas runs like the sun.
A 5, a 3.
Flops a 5.
Oh, all the 5s and 3s were folded. He's got
my.
2 outs. 2 real outs. He needs exactly a 3 of clubs or a 3 of diamonds. And
He does not find it.
a chink in the armor of
Yeah.
Storm. That is Silas. Tim
So
gets
Silas
the double. He's back up to
gonna
10K
double up
now.
Tim. Yep, we're still 9-handed. And Silas is going to drop from massive chip leader to massive chip leader.
Yeah, he's he went from 67 big blinds.
To 62.
Yeah, he went from 40 big blind lead to a 36 big blind lead. Wow, what a final table this is turning out to be.
Let's see what kind of big hands go bump in the night on this thing.
Joel Clipping back in the 6th seat with his Randy's Diner ball cap. Steve Belland right next to him with his sexy AF tattoos. All right, that's my 10-minute timer. I'm going to hit connect and just refresh this really quickly. Hopefully it comes back sooner than it did last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it back. Oh, why is it taking so long now?
Oh, no.
Not again. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right. I was worried that I was going to have to restart again. Just a little software glitch, guys. The new update. It
Jeremy
buffers after about
Insrud
10 minutes, so we have to restart it.
folds to him with the ace-10. He moves all in. Doesn't look like he's going to get any resistance.
He's got just over 6 big blinds with ace-10. There's no hands that are worthy of calling, so it's going to get through. He's going to pick up the 100K that's in the pot from the blinds and antes. Robert is doing the math, and he's thinking, is Queen 10 a good GTO spot right here to call? He's going to count his chips. It's 250. It's 210 to call. There's 350 in the pot. I think he's going to math this out and think it's not a good call.
Yeah.
And he's correct. All right. Thinking player. Some
He's
guys
very
are
tough,
feel
yeah.
players. Some guys are thinking players. Robert is your thinking player. You're going to see him glancing at that clock above his left shoulder to look at the blinds. What are the blinds right now? When do the blinds go up? He wants all the information available before he makes his decision. All right, Steve Bellin under the gun with ace-9. He lets it go.
Yeah, ace-9 off, very troublesome
Silas
hand
with a
under
suited
the gun.
connector. He likes all parts of the deck. He's going to call 40.
Okay. Justin has pocket deuces.
Just twos.
He's going to put in for a raise, which is never safe
105.
when Silas Sneed has chips committed to the pot.
Robert is going to fold the jack-6. Lauren's going to
Lauren
fold
on the
8 deuce.
extreme short stack here. He just put in 80K.
Yeah, he had to put in 40 for this ante, 40 for the big blind. He's only got 80 left. He put in half a stack in blinds and antes.
So Silas with the 7-4 going to call.
He likes it.
He's got suited overs, as we can see.
310,000 chips in the pot before the flop. Silas is going to act first with the nut flush.
He flops a gut shot and a flush draw.
That's a great flop. Do you just jam it in?
He is definitely okay.
Or do you check jam?
I think he's going to put in the check
all the chips
jam,
are going
yeah.
in right now. It's a check jam, right?
We'll see what he's got in mind.
And the thing is, when you have 2.4 million, you can lose a 400K pot and not notice it. You still have 2 million. And here it comes. 100, 200, 300, and 50.
Yeah.
Justin's like, I'm all
Justin.
in with twos. Wow, he doesn't believe him.
Wow, this could be ICM suicide, as there's several stacks
I will take
under that of
Silas's
Justin.
side of this.
I would take the 7-4 of spades here also.
Yeah, every
And
time.
that's
Boom,
it.
nailed it. Drawing dead. This is welcome to the table.
Unfortunate
Silas
for
Sneed.
Justin Olson. You know, he went with his read. He went with his gut,
was
which was
right.
Silas is
He was
raising me
right.
with a draw here. But,
Silas
you know,
played that to perfection. He's up over 3.2 million chips.
yeah, I'm sure Justin wishes he could go back and take a little more time, look at the stacks at the table, because there's a few just ready to drop.
Let's look at those stacks really quickly. How much did he have there total? Over 500.
Yeah,
right,
he
to start
started
the
that hand with about 5 or 6.
So let's say he started with 600. He was up in 4th place. Let's say he started with 500. He was in 5th place. You've got to let Lauren and Jeremy and Joel, you've got to let those guys bust out before you try to flip against Silas specifically in
Right.
this situation. But
So sad to see J.O. go. Was hoping for a deep run.
All right, the other side of the coin I'm going to say quickly is he's not trying to ladder up. He's going for the win.
Right.
And he was ahead. He got it in good. If he holds that time, he's up over $1 million. He's second in chips. And if you want to go for the win, if you're not trying to get from 800 to 1,000, if you want to go for the 9,000, you need to win those flips.
Right.
So I don't hate it. He was right that he was up against a draw.
And here is Lauren with the 8-6 of clubs. His final 2 big blinds go in. Steve folds
Silas
the 7
got the queen
deuce.
10. He's never folding that.
Yep. He actually opened to 100K, so.
Oh, okay.
So here we go for Lauren's tournament life. Will we be down to 7?
Yes, we will.
That is a straight for Silas Snead. He needs backdoor clubs. Backdoor full house is possible.
A jack would give him a full house. He doesn't get it.
Silas Snead, the winter storm, is rolling through in the middle of July.
I mean, this is Silas's world. We're just living in it.
We're blessed to be living in it. Silas Snead
3.4 million.
is
Steve has a ridiculous amount of chips right now with $1 million, and Silas has that 3.5 times more than that.
Wow. So just like that, down to 7. And everybody now guaranteed $1,325.
Let's check out these payouts. 7th place, $1,325.
Obviously, I thought about jamming it, but then if you already told that,
Hand 9. That's 8 hands. And Silas has eliminated 2 players.
Moon Ahmed, aces.
Moon, ace, ace. What does Silas have? That's what I want to see. 10 deuce. Okay, he's not going to get in too much trouble. Tim also has 10 deuce. Moon, he doesn't have to. He's out of the jam territory where before he was.
Yeah, he's up to 20 bigs
my stack
now.
sizes I have to jam. Robert in the cutoff with the best hand that can possibly fight back, but he's not going to. And it was a pretty easy fold. If you've played with Moon and you know he's a more conservative player, he's not getting out of line.
Right.
He makes it a fairly large raise. He goes almost 3x.
just under 3x.
Yeah, 110,000. I would have liked like a 90,000 to bring somebody in when you're dominating them so much. I would have wanted one guy to come with. So right now at 2040, Joel and Jeremy have 8 big blinds. In 30 seconds, the next hand, the blinds are going up. And so that stat will be lowered.
your idea, you can't back out. Otherwise, they're playing for another 2 hours.
I don't know what they're arguing about in the background. Robert's
I
arguing
think they're talking about coloring off blues at some point, maybe.
Oh, got it.
I'm not sure.
And they probably don't want to color off blues because he wants to do that 5K raise. Make it 45 instead of 450 or something like that. Make it 145.
So Steve with an ace-7 on the button. Definitely a raising hand folded to him. But Joel is sitting right next door with the ace-10. See if Joel
does raise it to 100.
Steve on the button makes it 100. Joel.
That's what I meant. Steve raises.
He moves all in with the ace-10 from the small blind.
340,000. It's only 240 to call. That's a lot with an inferior ace. I take the side that Steve does not call right now.
Yeah, he's getting a decent price, but he knows
There's
Joel
520 in the pot.
is probably doing this with a strong holding.
He's getting 2 to 1. He needs 3 to 1 to make this a profitable call over time.
Last time he was in the tank against Joel, he had kings, and Joel showed him the 2 aces.
Right, and he tank called with kings pre-flop.
He did,
and was right to tank. I don't like this call by Steve. You know you have 3 outs when you're calling right now.
He slides it in.
He either has Joel has a pair and you need to hit an ace,
ace-7
or Joel has
for
a better
Steve.
ace and you need to hit your kicker.
Joel in a good spot to get right
Good
back
spot
in
to
this
double
thing up to 760K. King 6-8 is safe.
Steve has 2 outs. The 7 of spades was folded. No, now he has a lot of outs. Chop opportunities. He needs a 6. He didn't get it. Joel actually does hit his kicker and gets the full double. And we are on break. I'm not turning the computer off. It's just a quick 5-minute color up break.
Yeah, they're just going to do a little coloring.
We're just going to hang out for a while. Let's check out stats while we're here. There's your chip stacks. Jeremy at 6 big blinds. Let's check out VPIP. Now this is over 10 hands. This is one orbit, so don't get too excited. In pre-flop raising, Tim Urban at 33%. That means he raised 3 out of the 10 times. Silas at 22%. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? While we're taking this little time out, I'm going to take this time to reset my stream because my 10-minute timer just went off. So let's hit connect. Let's count to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's pull the payouts back up on the screen. And we are down to 7 players, guaranteed 1,325. I'm going to just leave that there right now while they are racing off those chips. Actually, they don't race off on the RPT. They just round up.
Yeah, we do the roundup method here.
All right, all right. Player friendly, nobody loses.
So thanks to everybody who is joining us in the chat. Looks like 132 live viewers over our 3 multi-stream services.
19 on YouTube, 12 on Twitch, 87 on Facebook, which is the most popular. I forgot to go share this. Let me, while we have time, jump on and share it to my personal page.
Yeah, I shared it to my personal page as well as the RPT Facebook page. We're down to 7 players.
2 new messages from Don and Amy. Continue. All right. Naked girls near you. Well, let's check that out. I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to hit share. We're going to hit feed. We're going to go final table. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Camera emoji, Joker emoji, money emoji, and post. And there we go. All right, we're good. G to G.
Silas Sneed, now the only player over $1 million. He's got just under 4 times as much as second place.
Wow.
Incredible. I'm thinking Silas is not going to regret the decision of hopping off the plane and driving to Spirit Lake Casino today.
Damn, your voice is smooth as velvet. All right. Well, thank you for that. All right, Heidi's texting me, so I'm just going to go say hi to her. Hold on a second.
Perfect.
Busy doing Action Tracker, so
Okay.
must have just been her Facebook Messenger was up or something. All right, Keith Kemper, good FT, good commentator.
Appreciate it, Tiny. Thanks for coming out this weekend.
3 701 regulars, 2 RPT regulars, 1 dark horse. Is what Heidi was telling me.
Okay. Yeah, Silas, an RPT player, Moon.
Moon's a dark horse.
Yeah, he is a dark horse
racist,
from the cities.
Man.
Joel, Steve. Steve's an RPT and a 701 regular,
I would
to
count
be
him
honest.
701 because
He
he's
plays
from the
tournaments,
Bemidji area, so he's closer to 701. But he does crush. He won.
He comes to a lot of RPTs.
He won back-to-back RPT tournaments back in like October or something.
Yeah, he won.
Yes, with 6 big blinds, but this is 10 minutes ago.
You got to call it?
You have to call. Oh,
come on
okay.
in.
Okay, all right. So, guest commentator, Roughrider Poker Tour, owner, operator, president, Jerry Sorrells, in the booth.
Oh, look. We're only 4 viewers away from 107.
We had 107, but we went on break.
Okay, well, yeah, 107 will be in no time.
Yeah, we're going to hit it. I'm going to refresh the chat really quickly. They are just coming back from the 5-minute chip-up break. What a day of poker this has been.
What a 4 days of poker this has been.
It's
Been, if I had to attach a word to it, it would be spectacular.
I would say it is a summer spectacular poker series. But seriously, all day the stream has been phenomenal.
Awesome.
Starting at 10 a.m. with the final table from yesterday's event 4, up until dinner break with when we started streaming event 5. It has just been phenomenal action all day. This is great. Bruce Simmons jumps in the chat and says Joel needs to be beating up on Steve.
Joel needs to beat up on Steve, probably, I'm sure he's saying.
Yeah.
So here we are watching another stream with Silas, the monster chip leader.
Oh my
I felt
God.
like we were just here in April.
So weird. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Silas, my new favorite poker player, I told him after April, so I'm looking forward
You know
to
what I like
watching
about
this stream.
Silas?
Everything?
He bought like rounds of beer and just sat them on the table.
On your table.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you
not on
were
my
sarcastic.
not on my
Yeah.
computer that looks
Yeah.
like a table.
Right.
He just bought a bunch of beers and sat them. Now we're gonna restart. I'm gonna hit connect really quickly while we're waiting, just so I don't have to do it in 4 minutes. Get ahead of the curve.
So you do that timer for 10:07 every
10
time?
minutes and 7 seconds.
Perfect, yep.
It takes about 10 minutes and 7 seconds for this buffer to clog up my feed.
I was going to have Keith come in here for 1 second. Not
Right on. Michael Miller, when and where are the next 3 or 4 RPT tournaments? The big one is in Montana in a couple of weeks. Keith Kemper says, I played the 10-7 suited for Jerry yesterday, flop 10-7-7. Of course you did. Keith Kemper says this. He plays the 10-7
Yes,
yesterday, flop
10-7.
10-7-7.
That's one of the biggest reasons I enjoy it is because it flops more full houses than any other hand of the deck. It is statistically proven.
Statistically proven.
Yes.
So I was playing on the kickoff event on Thursday. Flop is 10-7-7. I had a 7. The opponent bet I called. The turn is a 7. He just jams with a 10. So my quad
yeah.
7s against his full house. 10-7-7.
It's just, this the flop
just
a lot.
happens. It's
I can't.
crazy.
Also, I can't believe how many tables I walk up to and the flop was 6-8-9 all the time.
10-7 wins. So Michael Miller, my friend from Milwaukee who played today, he cashed in the event 3. He ran deep in event 4. I'm not sure. I think he ran deep in event 5. And he crushed the slots to free roll the whole tournament. He says when and where are the next 3 or 4 RPT tournaments? Montana in 2 weeks?
Yeah, Montana will be in Missoula, Montana for the first time.
Now that's a far drive from Milwaukee.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I don't know. But it's a far drive from Bismarck as well. I think it's from our shop. It's exactly 710 miles to Missoula, so it'll be the longest the tour's traveled.
It's about 10 hours and 7 minutes to get there.
Longer actually. But
over that.
so it'll be interesting to see that. And then we have a full calendar of events. We're essentially booked consistently a year out on our calendar.
I would have.
All right, looks like we got the first hand here. Back from break.
Ace 5. Let's it go.
Silas Sneed here in the big blind. He's got the nuts 10-7. Looks like it folds around to
goes
Jeremy
all
in the
with
small
ace
blind.
high.
Ships it with
He
ace
puts in
9.
7 big blinds with ace
obviously.
9 in the small blind.
And this has got to be a call from Silas.
Silas with 10.
And he just said for Jerry. He just said for Jerry.
For Jerry. 10-7. It's a gift to Jeremy.
What? What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
It's not a
Oh,
Jack 7-4. Silas outflops him. Jeremy needs an ace or a 9 on the river. But it's a
deuce
deuce.
does not do it. 10-7.
Wins again.
Chicken dinner for Silas. And we're at 6 players. Let's check out this payout here. Everybody, rough chip counts, 3.7 for Silas, 11 big blinds for Tim. The payouts, we're down to 6 players. Everybody guaranteed $1,739. This might be a quick final table. I mean, we were worried about lasting till 2 o'clock. We might be done by midnight.
You think so? No, that's in 30 minutes.
Have you watched this show? Silas is steamrolling these guys. Tim Urban with ace, queen. The first thing I do is look to see what Silas has, even though it's irrelevant because he plays all parts of the deck. Tim Urban with ace, queen gets it all in, 460K.
So about just north of 11 big blinds?
11 and a half big blinds. It's going to fold down to Silas in the 6-5. I can't count this out. It might be a little too much to call with 11 and a half big blinds. Moon's never calling from the big blind, but Silas is a wild card. Okay, he does let this one go. He does let this one go. Tim Urban picks up the blinds and antes, adds 100K to his stack.
Silas Snead, of course, fresh off a deep main event run.
Deep main event. Now,
He just got back.
did you know yesterday he was watching the stream? We were talking about it, and I jokingly said, "Are you going to make it back in time for the $315 Roughrider event?" And he said, "I'm flying home, so I might." And he jumps on the stream today, and he says, "Just landed. How much time do I have?" And he jumped in the car. 2 hours later, he maxed late reg during dinner break, sat down at the feature table, ran his 50K starting stack up to 300, and never looked back. Making Tim Urban fold the king high flush draw on the turn for 3 big blinds. That's what I was yelling about earlier.
Oh, wow.
Wow, right? I'm like, you can't bluff this guy. He's got 3 big blinds. He's going to put it all in, and he folds
Wow.
with a king high flush
Who
draw.
folded that?
Tim Urban.
Wow.
In the 1 seat. I mean, ICM, there was a lot of short stacks, and he could ladder up.
But 3 big blinds.
But
yeah,
3 big blinds
right.
after he put in 3 and
While Moon chooses to look for a better spot there. Would have had Steve crushed.
Moon's a good enough player. He's not trying to gamble right now,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
especially with these short stacks.
Yeah, he's just needs to look for a better spot, he's
Yep.
thinking.
He's going, I'm second in chips. I don't want to give Steve any more chips. I don't want to give Joel any more chips. Let's wait for Tim and Robert to bust before we start, speculating with the ace-9. The blinds are huge now. We've got 20,000, 40,000 with a 40,000 big blind ante. And Silas Snead with a 10-7 of diamonds again. For those of you who do not know, Roughrider Poker Tour has established the fact that 10-7 is the nuts
It is.
in
I mean,
all
yes.
things, especially poker hands. I think Robert raises there, he just takes it. I mean, Silas raises there, he just takes
Oh,
it
yeah.
down
Yep.
with the best hand. Robert flops a 4. Now Silas has a open ender. He needs a 7, an 8.
He
a
checks
9,
Silas
a
bets,
10,
it looks
a
like, and
6,
lays it down.
a jack, and just a snap fold from Robert with bottom pair. Easy game.
It is when you get dealt 10-7.
Yeah, repeatedly. Silas, 93 big blinds. Down at the bottom, Robert and Tim with 11 each. And Robert, that was an easy fold for Robert because he is aware of ICM, the independent chip model, and is waiting for these other players to bust. He sees how active they are and knows all it is, if I can just stay out of the way long enough for Silas to bust everybody else, I'm going to go heads up with him. That's what Jesse's plan was at the gut shot 3 months ago. He came in
So
as a short stack.
Joel
and
here
stayed out of the
jams
way.
under the gun, king, queen of clubs.
760,000 chips. That's too much for anybody to call. And he's going to pick up the 100K blinds and antes. Average stack now 1.150. The only one who has over an average stack is Silas. He's got
Yeah, I mean, there's
3
still-
average stacks, and
right.
everybody else is under an average.
Average is still, almost 30 big blinds still, too. I mean, obviously we know Silas is only one above average, but
Yep, lots of play. Moon Ahmed folds his suited king. Tim's not going to play. Robert's not going to play. It's going to be Steve and Joel. Steve's just going to shove. He's not going to give Joel a chance to outplay him. He's like, I've got king queen in the small blind. If you can beat that, God bless you. Let's race. And Joel snap folds. It didn't matter. I'm not sure if my chat's working. Can somebody say something so I can see if this is working? Or is everybody just being really quiet right now? I got 134 viewers and nobody's talking. Just somebody give me a thumbs up to make sure this works.
well, let me try to pull it up here and see if I can, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, yeah, they're popping up here on my phone, so.
I'm not getting anything on this screen.
Right.
All right. Well, we're not answering you because I'm not seeing anything on the screen, and I'm not shutting down. Uh-oh. That's my 10-minute warning. I am going to restart this after this hand. Guys, I don't know why I'm not seeing any chats. I'm sorry. So I'm not ignoring you. I just don't see any chats. I thought it was really weird that I didn't see anything going on. Oh, man, I super hate to restart this. All right, I'm not going to. After this hand, I'm going to. No, I'm not going to restart it. We're just. How many were paid today?
There we go.
Keith Kemper
Yeah.
says. All right, I finally saw one. Paid today were 15 out of 138 players.
Yep.
Just over 10%. Min cash was like $580, something like that. Let me. Oh, there's my glitch. All right, Joel clipping all in with the open-ended straight draw. Moon thinking about it with middle pair, top kicker. I need somebody to hurry up and act so I can reset this hand. Yeah, he does fold. I'm going to hit connect. We're going to wait 5 seconds. It's going to pop back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Man, this new glitch every 10 minutes I have to restart because the buffer gets too deep. Moon at 16. Joel jumping up to 26. He's over $1 million now. Steve down to 18 big blinds. Oh, I was going to show you payouts since Keith asked. Keith Kemper, just for you. First place, 9,273. Mike Miller says hello from... Okay, you guys are on YouTube. I wonder if my Facebook isn't working.
It's got to be, yeah. When I pulled up my phone, there was a lot of comments flying in.
So for whatever reason, all right.
It's got to be, yeah. When I pulled up my phone, there was a...
Let's look at this. I'm gonna go here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just pull this up on my phone so I can read the comments. Oh, Moon hits the top pair. Silas has no part of it. That means nothing to Silas. He thinks he can push Moon around. He's going to push Moon around. He bets 100K. Moon says, I'm not having it. Let's make it 600. Silas says, well, never mind then. I was just kidding. Why so serious? All right. So my YouTube chat is working. I'm going to go down here. And, yeah, I've got 55 comments here on Facebook that I haven't seen. All right, let me go back. Put on my old man glasses.
You're going to go back into the past?
I'm going to go back to the past. Shane Klein says, hello. How are you doing, Shane? I haven't seen you for a long time. Aaron says, I hear you. Ron says, yep. Hi, Eric from GF from Marcy. Marcy plays exactly one hand on the feature table and bust out. She got it in good, and I think Belland sucked out on her. Tanya Clipping says yes. Ted says yes. Judd says yes. Shane Klein, hello. Angela, I'm watching Facebook. Mine's working.
Looks like it's folded around to
working
Silas
well.
here on the button. He's got Jack Deuce of spades. He makes it 150K to go, and that'll easily take that down. Nobody really wants to play any pots with Silas at this point. There's it seems like it's just like a waiting game around Silas right now.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about ICM.
Exactly. And he puts so much pressure on people. I'm going to try to log back into Facebook on here. All right. I need to see what this number
I'm gonna go
is.
grab myself a water. I'll be right back.
Right on. 318-937. All right, now let me go to multi-stream. All right, now somebody on Facebook give me a thumbs up. I just want to see if it works. And I just had to log out of Facebook on my Streamlabs. And I don't see anything. I expect a bunch of you are probably sending me comments on Facebook, and I just can't see them right now on this stream. So, what a bummer. Let's go here. Let's go here. And
I got you a water too, right?
appreciate it. Thank you. I needed that water. This feels like water from the Rocky Mountains. All right, guys. I can't see any Facebook comments on.
We might have some action here. Silas makes it 150K to go in the hijack with 6-9 of spades.
Hearts.
Sorry, 6-9 of hearts.
You were just testing the crowd.
Absolutely. Moon makes the call in the cutoff of 150, and then Tim Urban on the dealer button. It's a squeeze, but it's not really a squeeze. I mean, he's doing it because of the value of his hand, obviously, and he doesn't have enough to make them fold.
And Moon calls with Queen Jack because it's Silas, and Silas plays all parts of the deck, and Queen Jack is ahead of his range, which is anything, an Uno card and a napkin.
What do you think about if Silas is calling here? Why not just shoving there
Silas
to Moon? He called.
Called 210.
Yes.
I
mean,
because he doesn't want to risk. He knows Moon already called. He's
Right.
afraid Moon will call again if he shoves.
Sure.
Maybe that's
right.
right. I don't.
Flop comes King, Queen, 3. Silas folds.
Right.
Moon ships it.
Yep.
Tim's at risk here. Tim needs a 10 or an ace. Turn is a 9. He needs a 10 or an ace still on the river. A 6. That will bust Tim Urban.
And Moon
6th place.
Moon gets another stack of chips. Average stack 1.150.
Well, now it's
chips.
different because I was throwing a 6.
Because
Yep.
we just lost a
Yep.
person and that didn't add up.
Yep.
So yeah, Moon's up to 1.6 million regardless.
Mm-hmm.
He's smiling. He's like, yeah. Silas must have said something because Moon looked over at him and smiled. He's like, I thought about blowing you off of that. I didn't think it would work. Moon has 9 lives. Let's go, Rob, J.R. Gaunt says. I have to pull up my phone to read the Facebook comments. This is annoying. All right, Steve Belland in the small blind with ace-queen. Joel Clipping in the big blind with 10-6. Silas with king-10 under the gun. He accidentally calls. He thought he was the big blind. Silas accidentally calls from under the gun thinking he was the big blind. And he's like, I've got king 10. This is the top of my range. Of course I'm raising right now. So Steve doesn't know what to think now. Does he open up?
So you said he thought he was calling, but they made
No,
him-
Silas put out chips. John says call, and Silas like, oh, I thought it was the big blind. He's like, no,
right.
you
So how
just called.
Oh, because he was putting out the big blind and the big
Yep.
blind ante.
Yep.
That's why they made him raise 100. Right.
Oh, got
Yeah,
it.
right.
Got it. And then Steve 3 bets to 625.
Essentially all in. I mean, looks like he's got.
For sure, Steve
Yeah,
likes to
he's
do
all-
this
yeah.
game where he doesn't put all of his chips in. He keeps one back just in case,
Yep.
just for fun. And
Silas makes the call.
Yep, King 10 against Ace Queen. Steve is way ahead. He's got a 70 to 30%. And 7, 8, 9 on the flop. Silas needs a 6, a jack, a 10, a king. A 6 does
on
it.
the
That's a
turn.
straight.
Wow.
Steve is drawing dead. He does hit a queen, but is irrelevant because Silas has the straight. And just like that, we're down to 4 players. Steve walking away with $2,200.
Look at Robert over there just laddering.
Yeah, Rob's going, I've got 8 big blinds for the last hour, and I'm looking at $3,000 now. What a ridiculous game we played. Eric Anderson in the booth with Jerry Sorrells. Roughrider Poker Tour. Ooh, that's my cue. I've got to hit refresh quickly before he starts dealing. Let's turn this off and hit start
Yeah,
again.
this is a
10:07
event, tournament number 5 on the Summer Spectacular Poker Series.
here at Spirit Lake Casino and Resort.
Started here, Thursday. Whoa, it looks all those Facebook comments just flying in now for us.
I don't know what just happened, but I got
They just-
all the
all of
Facebook
them.
stuff now. TJ
Um,
Butterfield.
We awarded over $138,000 over the course of our lifetime.
138,000.
Yep, little over that,
And
yep.
the biggest buy-in was 215.
Correct, with that $200
Oh,
add-on.
315.
Well,
today,
yeah, biggest initial, yeah.
without an add-on.
Yep.
215 with a $200 add-on, and we're so for some reason all my Facebook comments just blew up, and I saw them all. Joel flops the best with top pair. He checks it. Oh, Silas hits a flush draw, nut flush draw on the turn. We've got Silas with 4 million and Joel with just under 1 million fighting it out. Joel has top pair. Silas has a flush draw. Silas misses and just checks it back. He's like, I missed everything. If you called on the flop, but you're good. Let me go through these comments really quick that I missed. Judge Swanson gave me a bunch of thumbs up. Ted Jr. Shane Klein says, hello, Angela. Watching Facebook, mine's working. Tim Watts says, mine's working well. Thumbs up. Sup, Eric. Ligma. I don't know what Ligma means, Jason. You got to speak in like old white guy language for me. Andrew Knudsen says, hi. Kim says, yep. Donovan gives me a fist bump. Silas says, Moon got so lucky. I play with him a few times at Canterbury. Moon has gotten lucky today. Judd Swanson gives me a thumbs up. Bruce Simmons, Go Joel and Steve. Grant Grocery says, watching on the way home. Hey, don't text and drive, Grant. I hope you're in the passenger seat. Ben Werner says 45 seconds between Facebook and YouTube. JR says, let's go, Rob. Silas says, Moon has 9 lives. Chuck says, Silas would have had runner to hit 2 pair there. Moon got very lucky most of the time I play with him. Wow. We're in a hand right now. Silas has jacks with a king 8. It's a chop pot if Silas doesn't hit a 7 or Moon doesn't hit a 6. This is all the money's going to go in the pot today, right now. Huge stiff stacks. And
So
it's
maybe
gonna
they
be a
don't
chop.
get it in because of how big.
Well, they're going to get it in because they both got 3 jacks. There's no scenario where it doesn't all go in right now and then they chop it. It's going to be bet, raise, all in, call. Moon raises. Oh, wow.
See, he just calls. I mean,
Wow.
he's got a 6 kicker.
with 3 jacks.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just like we're talking about ICM.
If I'm in there,
Moon doesn't want to blow up in fourth here against when Robert's got 8 big blinds.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he does look at it. Would be horrible to get 3,000 right now when you're looking at 9,000. But I got 3 jacks against Silas. That's gold.
I mean, yeah, if he had a better kicker, I'm sure he would have raised. But
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to my Facebook comments. Britta says, "Woof, woof." Yes, I agree, Britta. Britta is Silas's wife.
oh, yep.
Gail
Absolutely.
Larson again, 4-card stance straight set.
You mentioned Grant Groceries watched on the way home.
Yep, Grant, and I told him, hey, don't text and drive. I hope you're in the
Yep.
passenger seat. Kim says, nice run, Steve. Jared gives me a bunch of clovers for good luck. GG Steve from Heidi. Chuck says, I think the cards are even scared of Silas. I don't agree. I don't disagree with that at all. Tim Watts, my friend from Bemidji. Nice setup you have here. Eric. Marcy says, good game, Steve. Silas, if I know Spirit Lake Casino running tournaments, I would have gone. I was in Devilish Fishing. We were here, man. Check Facebook. Chastity, been playing poker with Silas for 15 years. He's super good player and even nicer. That was nice things to say. So glad I got all these back now. Robert is all in with Queen Trey. Oh! Silas hits the jack to bounce him, and he gets running threes when we weren't paying attention. Well, who do you think busted Steve Belland? Probably, yeah. 4-card straight. He flops the open ender and turns the nuts. Comes out like 7, 8, 9, 6.
Yep, 9
Queen.
It came. Yeah, flop came 9, 8, 7. Steve just immediately shakes his head.
Queen on the river, but it is no good against the. Angela says, Britta Lee rooting for your man. He's been on fire lately. That is accurate, Angela. Dude's bouncing off the ropes for a double up. He is. Super excited to be here. He's deep in the tournament with some of the best in the business right now. Nathan says, hello, Jerry and the RPT crew. Silas calls 50K under the gun. Moon calls 50K with 10-9 offsuit. Robert folds his 4 deuce. Joel's going to wrap the table with Jack 7, and we're going to see a flop. 7, 6, ace. Joel flops the best of it, but Silas is going to represent. There's no way Silas has an ace right now. So if I'm Joel, I'm probably raising. End of the hot streak. I don't think so. Oh, Moon's calling with 10 high when Silas bets. He needs an 8. He's got a gut shot for an 8. He needs an 8, 9, or 10. Gets Joel to fold the best hand. Silas has 3 outs. He needs a 3. And there's a 3 on the turn. Unbelievable. Now Moon needs a 9 or a 10 or an 8. 8, 9, or 10. Okay, Moon folds. 5 minutes left in the level. 4 players left. Silas Sneed, Moon Ahmed, Joel Clipping, and Robert Urbach coming up from behind. 77, 27, 22, and 10 big blinds. Guaranteed $3,000, playing for $9,000. Up top. See you, Joel.
See you, Joel.
All right. All right, Joel has ace 3. He bets 100K. Silas lets it go. Joel picks up another pot on a 3-4-10 board, blind versus blind. What an exciting final table to watch. Ryan Yannick says, let's go, Silas. For 4 minutes left in the level. Average stack is 1.7 million. Silas is the only one who has above average. Robert down at 500. Joel at 1.2. Moon at 1.4. Lots of action going on here. These guys are not worried about laddering up right now. They're all playing fast and furious. All of those chips are in play. Robert all in with King 9 suited.
Joel at 10-7 there and folded?
He did fold. I don't know if he misread his hand.
He must. The card reader must not be right.
I don't know. Well, my equipment works, so I think he wasn't paying attention or something. He might have thought he had like pocket 7s or pocket 10s or something. Might have looked at the same card twice. Keith Kemper, 701 team. Jared Strode, Frankie Jackson, me, the weakest link, he says, and Jesse Haddle. And I'm a fan of Jesse, by the way. BT Dub, I'm a fan of Jesse. Would love to see some RPT teams come out and play. Gary Ewald says, take it down, Joel. We're down to 4 players.
I think we're about to see some action here. What do you think?
We might see some action. We're down to 4 players, and these guys are just slugging it out.
They are rocking and rolling, rip roaring, ready to go.
Rocking and rolling.
Pocket queens here for Robert in the big.
Moon, Silas calls the 50K with 5-3. Moon completes the small blind with 8-3. Robert in the big blind with queen, just piles it all in. All right, that's my 10-minute warning. I'm going to have to restart after this hand. Can Silas really be thinking about calling 600K with 5
he can
high?
think about it.
Joel's so smooth, you never know where he is. My equipment works. That's correct, Nathan. You can't call it 5 high. Come on, Silas. No, that's a fold. And Moon's going to fold his 8 tray, and I'm going to reset this hand. All right, we're going to hit connect. We're going to count to 5. I'll count it in Spanish for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Más cerveza, por favor. Means more beer, please.
Oh, look at Robert's aggression frequency there.
0. Robert's in a check call mode. It will go up after the next hand because the stats are 1 hand off, and since he just shoved, he should increase his aggression frequency.
Yep, I mean, Robert is like you were talking about ICM. He's very interested in laddering here.
For sure. William says, grip it and rip it, Robert. Ryan Yannick says, LOL, he got the mindset I has, LOL, when I comes to the gamble.
Might be some action here. Moon on the button with
for funsies?
2 kings. What?
I want to see Ryan Yannick and Silas Sneed.
On the same table? Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, back to the action. Moon makes it 150. Just 3 big blinds. Joel clipping in the big blind. He's going to make the call. Queen high. This is devastating for Joel. He needs a queen or a jack. They both got 1,000,000 chips. Robert is licking his chops, hoping somebody busts right now. All in a call.
Wow.
Robert's the happiest one here right now. Joel needs a queen or a jack. There's a jack! Moon needs a king or a club.
Or a 6 or a 5, too, and a 4 on the river.
Oh,
wow.
Joel says, stack it up. Wow, Moon. It's going to be close. I think Moon's going to have some change left. He's going to have like a big blind left. The computer says 75K. Let's see how close this is. These stack sizes are unofficial. 75K is essentially out. 1 big blind. Michael Miller says, let's go Moon when he has the king. And
wow.
Okay, officially out of the tournament in 4th place for $3,000. I mean, that's a nice payday.
Wow.
But he played so well. Wow. Hey, it was good to see you, Moon. It was fun. I'm glad you made the trip. I hope you had a good time. We will see you at the next one. Michael Miller saying, "Let's go, Moon," from YouTube in his room. And, wow. We are down to the final 3 players.
Silas bought in on this tournament on dinner break as well.
Dinner break.
Dinner break.
He sent a chat message to the stream commentary and said, "Just landed. How much time do I have to get there?" And I said, 5 o'clock. And he said, "On my way." And
now here he is.
I texted him during dinner break and I said, "I have an open seat at the feature table." He said, "I'm 23 minutes out." And he showed up, sat down at the feature table, and never looked back. Joel clipping with ace-5, limps in on the button, or limps in the small blind. Silas Snead with a king tray.
Did Joel just complete here? Or did
Joel just completed.
Okay.
Calls. Silas raises to 300.
I mean, he's in a great spot, obviously, to Silas here, because Robert's got.
Yeah.
How many big blinds does Robert have now?
Robert has like roughly 700K, which is like 10 big
10 bigs.
blinds.
10 bigs, exactly. So he's
Less
putting the
than 10
pressure
bigs.
on Joel here.
Oh, for sure.
Because Joel knows the same thing. He's got 2.3
Yeah, he
million.
looks over to the right and
Right.
goes, I've got 2.3 million.
Exactly. He shows it there.
I'm gonna fold.
He wants
hey,
to, but
look
he can.
it, I know what you're doing, but I can't
Right. You can't
stand
compete
up to you
against him out of position.
because Robert's got 10 bigs and I can't bust in third place right now.
Right.
And Silas is like, I know. I know you can't bust in third place right now. Robert's been milking that stack. He's down to 700K, 9 big blinds. Silas Snead, 5-5 against King King. Oh, is there a chink in the armor of the Silas Storm? Raised to 300. All in.
Silas ships it in the small.
We don't know. Robert has 9 deuce. That's an easy fold.
He's gonna
Joel's got a
double down,
snap
Robert
call
does.
with the kings. We're
Wow.
looking at a 4.7 million pot going to Joel. Silas will be left with, what's the math on that? $1 million, 1.5. Oh, 5 on the flop.
Oh my
Joel needs a
gosh.
king. Joel needs a king. Joel needs a king.
He needs a red king on the river. Oh my
A
goodness.
jack of hearts does not do it. We are heads up. Silas has 6.3 million chips, and Robert has 700. 0.7.
Oh
6.3
my.
to 0.7 to do the math. Easy game when you're Silas Snead.
Wow, this is deja vu all over again for back in April at the gut
83
shot.
big blinds to 7 big blinds. So, all right. This morning, watching the final table heads up of event 4, we went to the final table, and Mark had a 10-1 chip lead over Louis. Louis.
Yes,
the
Louis
Safari
Schaefer.
guy.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen
I
in this
mean,
one. I don't think so.
the
So I know where you're
different
going.
play
I know where you're
styles-
going, but
different play styles than Mark and Louis.
just a little bit.
I'm saying Robert just goes all in.
All in to call first hand here.
We don't see Robert's hand. He didn't put it over the reader. Silas calls with 8 high. He's like, I'm never folding ever, never, ever. Ace, Jack, 6. We still don't know what Robert has. King
He's
9.
got King 9, we heard.
And a 5 hits. Robert needs a king or not. And the game is over.
One hand
and it's
heads
midnight.
up. Wow.
When we were talking about a 2 a.m. hoping to get out of here, and we didn't realize the storm was rolling in.
Well, we should have.
So, Robert and Silas, do you guys want to sit down for a minute? Here, grab these chats. My Facebook just blew up. Put on closet back here. Which one you want to go?
Yeah.
You guys get a little closer. Silas, you were at the WSOP yesterday, and you jumped on the chat. You said, I just busted out, I'm coming home tomorrow, and I jokingly said, are you going to jump in and play the 315? And you said, if I can make it in time. And
Yep.
I said, hey, if you make it here, I'll put you on the feature table. And you said,
That's
I
a
can't
deal.
pass that up.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. So you jumped on the stream in the commentary today and said, just landed, how much time do I have? I said 5 o'clock, dinner break. You said, on my way. You late registered, max late registered.
I said hi to the kids. Haven't seen them in like a week. Said hi to them. I'm going to play more poker.
And you show up here, you're on the feature table, seat 9 was the only empty seat in the room. 138 players, you jump in with 50K when the average is like probably 80 or 100 or whatever it was.
It was right at 100. Yep.
And just ran over the field. Tell me about that.
I did come out pretty hot. Started running them over, and then I lost a pretty big pot
I
to
seen
Baker right before the next break, which took me back down to 65. So I think it was just under 3, right around there, and I lost the pot to Baker. And so I come back from that break at like 65,000 off to the side.
So you ran up to 300 and then lost it down to 65?
Right around 300, and then
Wow.
went down.
I didn't see that part. Okay.
Yep. And then I don't even remember really what went on. I know I built it up a little bit to a decent stack, and then I don't know. I liked the hand. I had ace-9 of spades, I think, and there was like a raise, a call, a shove, all in, and a call. But I had both of those all-ins covered, and I knew that if I shoved, the other two could probably fold then. And I just really liked that pot, and I liked my ace there, and it was just way better than I could imagine. The one dude had pocket 4s, and the other guy had 9-10.
Okay.
I had ace-9, so I hit the 9, and it held up, and that was a huge pot at the time. Then I just kind of, I played all right today. I played okay, but I couldn't miss. It's just, I think the poker gods felt really bad for me about yesterday's bust. So.
The one big hand that I was yelling about, I don't know if you guys heard me, right at feature table, right at the final table, the guy in the 1 seat, Tim, raises, you call with an Uno card and a napkin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He flops a flush draw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bets, you continue.
He only has 150 left
And
behind.
you
Yeah.
just shove. He's got 3 big blinds, and you shove, and I went, you need an 8. There's 2 8s left in the deck. You need an 8 that's not a club. And he folded.
I thought he would. I mean, like, at that point, guys like to level up, and he had 150 behind him. He'd been really tight on things like that earlier.
Good read.
And my thing is 150 doesn't hurt me at all.
Right.
So I might as well take the chance,
Let's try.
make him put his life at risk here to try to whatever he's if he don't have it already, that means he's chasing. Does he want to put the rest of it into chase with 1 card to go? Probably not. I think he folds, and he did.
Fabulous read because
Yeah.
I'm shoving on the flop with a king high flush draw.
Yeah, same. I don't know what he's doing there. No.
He puts in more of his chips and then folds and saves himself 3 bigs.
Yeah, he's better than that too. So I don't know why he didn't shove that there.
Yeah,
But I do put when I'm running good like this and like they have zero idea what I have, I put that fear's there. It's real, and I'm not trying to be cocky. It's there. I mean,
it is for sure.
my range, you
Because
just
you're
can't
playing
put me on anything.
All parts of the deck are in your range, and if you had a pair, he's hoping to get a club.
Well, he had a king high flush draw, and he was at the table earlier when a guy he shoved at the time 500,000 was a lot still. Shoves in on me on a 2-diamond board. I had ace queen of diamonds, so I called him, and obviously it didn't work out for him. So he saw something like that, so he doesn't know if I might have the ace high flush draw on him. He might already be dead.
Hey, love you, buddy. By the way,
so
just I'm going to throw this
that's
out
a little
there.
bit of the
He came up
before in his
earlier
head still.
when
Like,
we
my
were-
king high flush draw might not even be good. So
He came up earlier when we were playing with 2 tables left or 3 tables left, and we were sitting next to each other, and he said both of my horses sitting right next to each other. And thanks, baby. Thanks for that. Good luck. I'm just a product of.
Well, I've been lucky because last
Watching
time I
him
got
run
to go
good.
heads up with Jesse, and
I said that
and
at
tonight I
halftime.
get to go.
I said Robert is going to do what Jesse did 3 months ago. Just sit back and
Ride my
let Silas
coattails.
take everybody out and get
Yeah.
heads up with him.
Well, I figured it out within like 10 hands. Well, I folded a couple hands where I probably got called a nit, and I don't really care. I had a king queen when you raised with queen 10. You flopped a straight. I'm like, well, at least I didn't punt it off there. But it seemed to me like everybody was still trying to play,
They're trying to play.
and I was like,
I'm just going to stay out of the way.
well, I mean, if Silas keeps running good, I can just sit here and he knocks everybody out, and I make $5,000 just sitting here not doing anything.
I'm running really good, so I'm not back. I'm not backing
Right,
up.
and I knew he was going to keep playing that way, and I'm like, well, good. Maybe he'll beat him. I don't have to do anything.
I'll just sit back and let him beat everybody for me.
Even when I get pocket fives, he flips over kings. Like, and you can't hear it on here, but I said, well, just give me a 5 dealer. Whatever, just give me the 5. If it's not going to come, fine, But I still got hope. When there's 5 cards to
For
come,
sure.
especially in that window, you
I
never
turned
know what's
around-
coming in that freaking window.
I turned around, hit my head on the lights, and I was like, I can't believe I'm a 5 away from being heads up for this thing. When I didn't do anything except, I think I shoved queen 3, got lucky on you. Well, not whatever, it was a flip.
And we're 3-handed. I mean, I'm not putting anybody on kings ever. I mean, and that guy was just, he was just telling me when he folded the ace 5, I'm going to get you. I'm coming. Okay, he's already making it personal. He got lucky. He got 5 or kings, and I got luckier. That's just my day today.
Yeah, we watched him fold the ace.
And I'm just really, really good. So if I get lucky,
I mean,
it's bad.
Well, in my experience, Silas Snead's the greatest player I've ever seen. I was telling him I've
I'd
played
agree.
2 tournaments with him and played it with him a bunch at the table, and I've seen him win a higher hand percentage than anyone I've ever played with in my entire life.
so you played on exactly 2 of my tables that I broadcast, and you've
Absolutely
Won 'em
destroyed
both.
it. Yep, both times.
and
Yep.
in a spectacular fashion. Are you just going to follow me around and just play all my events?
I'm thinking about retiring, so I don't know if it gets much better.
Go out on top.
I got my money. I got my buy-in back for the main event. It was a
Nice. That's nice.
pretty much the buy-in back, right? I mean, it
You
was
paid for my Vegas trip, too. Thanks, buddy.
good. Awesome.
I can't claim anything other than I guess I get ICM, which was clear that nobody else did at the table.
I
So
said that. I said, Robert, every time he has a decision, he's looking up at that clock up over his left corner. He's looking up. He's going, what are the blinds? What are the stack sizes? What do I have? Okay, now I have all the information. Let me make my decision. And every time it was on you, you went, I'm going to look up there. I'm going to get all the information. Okay, let me process all this. And then you would make a decision. And I said, he's the GTO master at this table right now. He knows all the codes. He knows the formulas. And he's going to play it that way. And
it's a lot like Jesse, like you said.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when they played against each other, I was saying all day, I was like, well, Silas is good. It's going to be Silas or Jesse if I had to pick, because Silas has all the chips, and he's obviously a great player. You watch him play, and his instincts are as good as anybody's I've ever watched. He's fearless. He's not really concerned if he's running good, but seriously, if he's running good, he'll get it in there. And that's what you got to do. And then once you win a couple of the hands, you spin it up, and then you can just gamble with people. And then, I was even thinking that as soon as I walked in there, I was like, my only goal is to not punt it off here. Like, not because.
I can just duck and dive.
And I know a lot of the guys that were playing, and they're less concerned about laddering up and maybe playing more for winning. Where I was like, I don't know, I play this game to make money.
I'll take second.
So if I can take second, well, that wasn't even crossing my mind really until.
If I can take fourth.
Right, until I think when I won the Queen 3 hand, and I was like, holy cow, there's a chance here. And then it's like,
Since
I'm a
neither
5
of you
away.
stone colded 2 beers, this got boring. Nice. Is there 2 more beers? Can we stone cold 2 beers for Brian here?
Brian, seems neither of you stone cold in 2 beers.
This got boring.
Is this a challenge?
I like it.
Do
but
they think that he and I can't chug a
You
beer?
gotta say hi, Britta. Thanks for letting me come. That's the wife. She let me.
Are there any beers
She let me
sitting out
come. I bought a bunch. They probably got all drink up though. And hi, Maddox. Hi, Coulter. Hi, Hazen. Even though they're not watching, they're gonna watch it later.
Yeah, you
And I said hi to him.
Playback, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
I think my daughter is watching
Thanks,
currently
Vicky.
from the message I got. I don't know why she's awake. But I
Jason
love
Conley,
you too.
I'll let you guys go. If you
Thanks,
got
Ryan.
anything more to say?
Thanks for coming
Hey, you
out
know,
too. It's
that-
always great
Ryan
to see you.
Yannick, that guy is a really good player. Too. That guy,
Ryan, oh yeah,
He-
he's so fun. I said I want to watch Silas and Ryan heads up.
he's definitely better than you.
Well,
Just so you know.
most people are, including someone in the booth who finished ahead of me on
I'd agree.
Thursday.
You're by far the best one to look at here and have the
We
sweetest
established
voice.
this earlier.
It's a-
I'm the best looking one, and he's the much better player.
and best sounding. It's a voice of an angel. But-
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Hey, thank
Oh,
you guys. This has
and
been a
Chastity,
blast.
Chastity, the sweetheart.
All right, we're gonna catch you guys later. Don't
All
listen
I
to
do
him,
is
Robert.
win, win, win.
All right, we'll talk to you later.